do? The fuck? And is it working now, guys? There we go. Sounds like it is. It was really weird. I don't know why why would other platforms have audio and not Twitch? Doesn't even make sense at all. Not even in the slightest, you know? But we're good now, apparently. Look what happened, though. What happened here? How did I do this? You can see that. I don't know, I've got like a bunch of blood right here. What happened? I cut myself somehow. Whoa. That was weird. A lot of blood. Don't know what happened. Odd. There we go. Heyo. What up, everyone? Okay. Get that straight. Get my... Stop with the blood. Don't like the blood. It's okay. All right. How goes it, everyone? How am I? I'm doing great. Fantastic. Oh, have a lot of housework to do though. I'd really like to get the hot tub repaired at my new house, but that's not exactly high priority. I wish it could be. I'm gonna try and see if I can repair it myself. See how that goes. I don't know. See what happens. Maybe I can do it. Maybe it's easier to fix. Maybe all the parts will work and I repair the cracks and then it'll be good. Who knows? That's wishful thinking though. Feels like it'd be a little too lucky if that happened. A little too lucky. This one stopped bleeding, which sucks. I don't like blood. I haven't rocked my glasses in a while. Don't know how I feel about them. Got the purple hair going. little too nerdy, maybe. Too nerdy. Whew. It's been stressful lately. Doing a hot tub stream has seemed like too much. That, and I'd really like to hot tub stream from my new house, but that's whew. Place is a mess. I should do a stream from there though. We've got internet there. I should do one and give you guys the tour, you know? You can see it a semi before. I mean, maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I'm going over there tomorrow. We've already done a lot of work, but you can still see the before pretty much, because we haven't done finishing stuff. All that's coming up. It's been a lot of prep, basically. Tearing things out and getting them ready. Getting ready for painted and new floors and all that jazz. Truly's indeed. But yeah, it's got a hot tub. Just gotta repair. The bathroom is such a disaster there right now. Ay, terrible. I'll get it going though. I need a little bit spicier. A little bit more, baby. Dude, you already asked that question, Tayyib. Seriously asked me that question already. Do better. Try harder. Bam. There we go. This bleeding is annoying me. You see it? It won't stop. I need a bandage. Who's got a bandage for me? Anyone? Maybe it's clotting. Maybe we're good. Chillin'. I haven't just chilled in the water for quite a while. It's nice. Oh, baby. Feels so nice. Cheers. Let's get drunk. been a rough week. Super rough week. I'm ready for things to get better. I need them to get better. I need things to get better. Right now, too many things to deal with. It's been all bad so far this week. Better how? I mean, better anyway. Like, I need some good news, you know? I need some good things to happen. It's all been kind of just bad news and bad things, you know? Things being more difficult than anticipated, costing more money, fights, all that sort of stuff, you know? Stress, worried about making deadlines and all that. Just a lot. And nothing seems to be going right. Any other plans? For what? Here's some good news. Oh yeah, what's the good news? Pew 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 pew. Pew 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 pew. I could use some of that. Give me good news. Gimme. Gimme, gimme, gimme. I want. I'm beautiful and sending positive vibes. Well, alrighty then. Cheers to that. Oh. I went, the weekend before last, I went to a kink party. That was pretty fun and interesting. Never done anything like that before. It was like a crazy party too. It was like tons and tons of people at a mansion. We got VIP. VIP. And there's like, I mean, it was pretty nuts. Hey, stop. It was an interesting experience. It definitely wasn't good news though. It was just, that was in the past. Something planned. It went pretty well though. It was crazy. They had a sex room, and the sex room had like seriously like 20 queen size mattresses in it. We got it all started in there too. You know how we got it started? Got it started by wrestling. My friends and I all started having wrestling matches in there, and then a whole crowd gathered around to watch us wrestle, and then people started having sex. So, you know, did it. What up? Why? I set the timer.
I forgot they exist.
You did so poorly.
It's not. Don't touch them. I just took them out. But like, sadly, they're not even cooked in the middle.
Why would you stack them? You
I
can't
wanted-
stack
I
them.
wanted to see what would happen.
Yeah, it won't work. I could have told you that. That's duh. It will not work. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like saying, I wonder what will happen if I jump off like a 200-foot bridge into concrete.
It's not the same.
It's not
thing.
gonna go well.
Please show them. I talked about it earlier. They turned out horribly.
This is what happened.
Apple bit.
Bacon.
That's what happens whenever you stack bacon and try to bake it. So sad.
Give me.
Wait, you want it?
I'm gonna eat it. I'm
Okay.
fucking hungry, dude. I don't really care.
Alright.
Right now I'm hungry,
I
alright?
actually put in a lot of effort into that. If they didn't get burnt, they would have been delicious. Does it taste a little bit mapley?
Why would you stack them if you put a bunch of effort into it?
It looked cool.
You're so fucking autistic. Oh my god.
Yeah. That's so rude.
Sometimes her autism is just off the charts, you know? That was pretty good. I mean,
Oh,
just
yeah.
because I'm hungry. I need an napkin though. I mean, I weirdly kind of like burnt bacon.
Why?
I don't know. It's extra crispy.
You know, you looked like that whenever I started to like you.
Look like what?
How you do right now?
Sure. So I more recently dyed my hair.
And you were wearing glasses the first time I met you.
Was I? I don't think so. I never wore my glasses though. Why would I do that?
Sure you were
That's weird. I don't know. Doesn't sound like something I would ever do on a first date, but seems unlikely, but it's possible.
Maybe when we were drinking wine. I don't know. You used to be so fucking cute.
Oh yeah, I used to be. Wow. Nice.
You're still really cute, but you used to have a different, like, you were doing the seductions. Except last night. Last night you did good at doing seductions. That was cool.
Shut the door. I want privacy. Give me privacy.
Why do you need privacy? I turned off the AC for you. You're bleeding.
Well,
What did you do? Would you like to fight before or after? Bye.
bye.
I'm keeping it.
Yeah. I'll do it. I got it. We got it. Okay. This is what I want. Okay. Okay, guys. I'm gonna set this one up too. Okay, here we go. All right. So, as I was saying, mansion party. Went to it. We were wrestling. And everyone gathered around to watch, and then they started actually using the sex room, and they started having sex and stuff. I mean, I was just there to make friends and have, learn, observe, have experiences and whatnot of that nature. And we did. We made new friends. That was the goal. And we succeeded. I did some spanking too. In public. Spanked some people. It was fun. Then I got way too drunk though. Way too drunk. So drunk that when we got back, I was kind of blacked out by the end of the night. Vague remembrances. Some cute girl was trying to have sex with me, but I was like, too drunk. Go away. I need sleep. It's like 4 a.m. Passing out. Sorry. Not happening. Not tonight. But yeah. I'd say it was a success-ish. Even though the only reason we were going to that party was because my best friend wanted to get involved with stuff like that. So I was like, all right, how about we go to this? So I was trying to be supportive. And Hales was trying to be supportive too. So she was down to go to it. And then, so we're going to get, her and her husband are going to come with us to this crazy party. And then she backs out at the like last minute. And so we set it all up for her and she backed out. So we still went though. Invited some friends. Had a good time. And it was funny because the girl who came home with us, she's a Twitch streamer too. I was like, funny coincidence. That's why she actually recognized me and she came up to me at the party, approached me. She's like, you're a Twitch streamer, aren't you? And so, yeah. Kind of funny. I was thinking maybe I should have her on for a stream. Repeat, there was an ad on Twitch. Damn you. Why aren't you subbed? You've got Prime. Give me your Prime sub. You'll never have ads. I would appreciate it. It only takes a moment to your Prime sub. Just go to your computers, guys. Click sub with Prime and no more ads. Greatly appreciated. Very appreciated. Me love you long time. How is my evening going, cleanup guys? What's up? It is going. It's going good. Yeah, it's going good. It's just stressful. Stressful. Life's been rough lately. Oh, speaking of, I forgot to turn this on. What's the name of the rubber ducky? I don't know. Would you like to name him? Would you like to name the rubber ducky? I don't know about those colors. I'm trying to find a suitable color. How about that? Hi, Brandon. This is Dildo Baggins. I don't know. He doesn't much look like one of those. Sir Squeaks. the music isn't quite loud enough now. That might be too loud, or is that good? What do you think, guys? What dost thou thinketh? Of thine volume. Lady Anne and Sir Dildo Baggins. Yes. It fits, right? It fits. Actually, his name is Bukowski. How about that? Bukowski. No, it's Bukowski with the U, dude. Come on. Don't you know Charles Bukowski? He was a hardcore alcoholic poet, you know? So this little dude, he likes too much drinky. Oh no, drunk duck. Thus Bukowski. He's very poetic. Have I seen a UFO? I have not. I don't believe in that stuff either. Nope. That's funny. Nope. Haha. Speaking of that, because I saw Nope in theaters release night. Good movie. I enjoyed it. It wasn't really, I mean, it was about UFOs, I guess, but not about aliens. Weirdly thought-provoking. What happened to my arm? No clue. Pretty sure something happened though. I just don't know what. Where's my sub, Eat Sleep code? Give me that Prime. Prime sub me. I have no idea. What is a repressor? Thoughts on repressors? Here. My favorite posits? What the fuck is... What's a posit? You guys, what's up with these questions? guys gotta be clear with those questions, homies. Oh, a repressor is someone who is possibly trans but chooses to ignore those thoughts and live a cis life. So they're kind of like eggs that never crack, I guess. As far as repressors go, I mean, that shit's all so subjective. For one, because I think gender is a spectrum, just like sexuality. So I think when it comes to that, there's a breaking point with people where you either transition or you kill yourself. Basically, the breaking point of like level of transness, you know? Basically where you fall on the spectrum. And I think as it's become more accepted and mainstream and stuff, the line has moved to where the line's moved in two ways. Okay, the line's moved in the bar's moved in the sense that like people who are trans, like, you know, maybe they're like here where they could live out their life as their birth gender, but not be as happy as if they transition, but it's not like they're completely miserable. They can find a way to be happy. More of those people nowadays are willing to transition. They can transition because it is more possible and accepted and all those things. More awareness. And then the other line is people who would have killed themselves prior because they are so far past the line where not transitioning is like not even close to an option. Then those people are less likely to kill themselves and more likely to just be able to transition, essentially. Why does it matter if they're happy with who they are? Well, I think it still matters. I think it's possible for people who are trans to live out their lives as their birth gender, like, not miserably. But it's only, like, only people who are, like, a certain level trans. There's a level of trans where, like, you are it, like, you know it if you are that. Like, for me, it was absolutely never even a slight option. You know, I tried to come out when I was 13 to my parents and stuff, and like I knew beyond any doubt, and there was zero option but to transition. Like it was that or nothing, you know. I was definitely on the extreme end, and so I know not everyone is like that though, and just because people aren't like that, it doesn't mean they aren't trans. But I know for anyone who's like me, you know, it's not an option to repress. You're just completely miserable. Because I had to delay my transition and wait and everything, and there was zero chance of happiness for me. But that doesn't mean it's that way for everyone. When's the last time I had sex? Very recent, I don't know. Last night? You are a repressor yourself, John. Wicked, huh? Are you on your PC? Just click sub. Click the sub button. Yes. You should have the option for use Prime. You're pretty miserable, repressing, but it would probably be worse if you transitioned. Maybe. It's hard to know unless you try, right? You can't really know unless you try. Eat the code with the sub. But what if you try and regret it? Then, I mean, you go back. It's not like it's that hard. Like, the first thing you do doesn't need to be like chop off your dick. You know, that's not how the process works. So, wait. Do I do it on my arm? Oh, I do. Wait, I have to do backwards though. I forgot him. This one's not dark enough. Fuck. Good to see you. Hi there. Autumn Fall, what up, yo? I don't get why people think there are healthcare professionals waiting with a chopping block for people to mention they want to transition. I mean, yeah, exactly. The only thing it takes to transition is, you know, a little bit of courage. And really, there's no risk to experimenting, you know? Because nothing, it's all very reversible. I mean, like, I could, even at this point, I could detransition if I really wanted to. I absolutely could. You can always go back if that's something you really want. So I mean, that sort of thing shouldn't be a factor in your decisions. Or what if even I were to transition and like it, even though I live in Western Europe, all my acquaintances would hate me and be almost impossible to make new ones. What? You live in Western Europe? Why? That's like way more progressive than where I live. Dude, I live in Idaho, which is the, like, one of the most conservative states there is. One of the most anti-trans states in the U.S. Like, it's about as anti-trans as you can get in the Western world. And then on top of that, I came out like over 10 years ago where trans was like way, way less accepted than it is now. And I lost 0 friends over it. Even though I have a bunch of religious and conservative friends and all that, like, I didn't lose any friends over it. You'd be surprised. People don't really give a fuck. You might think they do. They don't. They don't care about that shit. As long as you're chill. That's not something that should ever factor into your decisions. Other people's, like, opinions and all that, like, even worst case scenario, if they all left you because of that, then, you know, they were shitty friends to start with. They weren't people worth having in your life, and so that's just doing you a favor. You're getting rid of terrible people from your life. It's only going to be better in the end because of it, so, in the long term. So, yeah. Never let that sort of shit be your, like, deciding factors. Never let other people dictate your future and your decisions and that sort of stuff. Like, what makes you happy? Do what makes you happy, and other people will respect you and appreciate you more for it. Thank you for representing the LGBTQI community. No problem, Autumn. Oh, yeah. It is true, you do lose a lot of family members, but that is not unique to just trans community. You lost almost all your immediate family when you came out as bi. I mean, when I was a kid and came out, my parents' reaction was to kidnap me and have me taken to an inpatient facility. That's what happened when I was 14 and tried to transition, but you know what? They've come around now and they're supportive, like even religious and very conservative people, they come around. They tend to come around in time if they're not terrible people. And just because someone's family, like, family, in my opinion, blood doesn't really mean that much. If someone's your actual family, they'll accept you no matter what and support you. And if they don't, then they're not worth having in your life because they're not very good people. So, only way to figure out all that stuff is to try and see what happens. A little bit of courage. You don't necessarily have to tell everyone either. You can start by just, you know, going out as a female, living some day-to-day that way, and, you know, going to therapy, maybe trying hormones, doing all those things, and see how they fit, and then progress from there. It's not like all or nothing, you know? No, Mr. Ducky. Ducky, ducky, ducky. I need some more alcohol. Let me grab a little bit more now. Yep. Just wanted to know. Just wanted. Meow, meow, meow. Ah, oh no. Oh, yeah. Just looking. Ha ha. In your cleanup, guys, in your case, they literally packed your stuff in a giant luggage, showed you in a plane, shipped you away when you were 14. It was miserable for a few years, but you made it. You made lots of friends. Some of the family came back and started caring about you again, which was nice. That's good. I mean, my family has come around too, you know? It took some of them some time, but yeah. I was despised at 14 for my beliefs. Gets better. It does get better. It's not all doom and gloom. Lebetis, he gave some gift subs indeed. Oh my gosh. Speaking of which, I need to. Gotta throw. Gotta throw him. WTF is that? Why are these all so shitty to view? Why don't I have any good ones? How can none of these be good? Love badass. It shows up. Someone. Ha. You're a beautiful person. It takes courage to live your truth. Indeed it does. What do you do when thinking or doing anything is overwhelming? And it's increasingly getting worse over the course of 1 year. Well, that sounds like general anxiety. And I think the best way to deal with that is to it sounds like things have piled up, you know? That's the sort of feeling that people have when too many things have piled up, especially if they're big things. And the way to deal with that is to resolve them. Resolve as many of those things as you can, even if it's hard. If you can just get rid of some, it'll be like a huge weight lifted. And it should make life a lot easier. God, there was times, I remember when I was like really not capable before I had proper health care and stuff. Those things, I was like really, really not capable, and I had so many things pile up over time, responsibilities and just things that it felt like there were so many that there was no point in doing any, almost, because they'd just gotten so bad. And then as soon as I started getting on top of things and taking care of things and getting things off the plate, like, life was so much better and easier. It was just a matter of getting through. Because really it was one hard thing that was holding me back, which was transition. That was like the thing that was holding everything else back. And then once I started actually getting through that, then other things were suddenly able to be taken off my plate. And when I got those off, then life just got a million times easier, you know, when I stopped having to worry about like, oh, this bill or this money or like this appointment or like whatever it was, and just getting things in general taken care of. It made life a lot easier. Mr. Duck. He likes to fuck. Hello. Hello, Governor. So, what else you guys got for me? Man, it's been a rough week. It's been a terrible week. I needed to get better. Please. Please help. Here, another reason to repress is the difficulties and the stresses of transitioning, which can be avoided by repressing. Can they though? It causes a different kind of stress though, I feel. For me, having to like pause and those things, it caused like the stress of every day passing and it being like one day later. You know, like one day older, not transitioned, you know, and the longer you wait, the harder it is and the worse results are and stuff. And so for me, that was an immensely worse level of stress than dealing with it. Same with the stress of just like every situation where I'm like called he or whatever, you know, and it just caused anxiety and discomfort and all those things. Social situations, I was like very super high anxiety and quiet and all those things because of being, like in large part because of not transitioning. All those things got so much easier once I did. Much better in those situations. Should put my hair up. I don't know how though. What way I should put it up. But I should do something. Like this. I feel like this is very teacherish, right? This is just me. I look like a teacher right now. Just need a ruler. Whoosh. Haha. Lunchable with extra slice of ham. One of them's lucky, one of them's unlucky. Less ham. Did you buy them at the same store? It might really be the same missing ham. The case of the missing ham. Missing ham. Oh, or a librarian. Yeah. Or yeah. Get those vibes. I don't know. Blah. I should put my hair up, but I just don't know how. Which way? Too much effort. And also the fact that you'll never be a real woman due to your unchangeable physical and mental characteristics will never be accepted by cis women. That's not true at all. That's fucking Republican rhetoric right there. Not true at all. I mean, it's just not, it's just not true. Like, in the past, I've only dated straight guys, and currently I'm dating a lesbian. Someone who's never been with a male at all in any capacity. So clearly she accepts me as a woman, and she is a cis female. So, you know, just not true. You should wear it like a librarian and see if it makes the week better. I don't think so. I don't like putting my hair up. I'm not good at it. It doesn't work out very well for me. Usually I put it up for when it's too hot and I'm working and stuff like that. I put it up when I'm doing housework now because I get too hot there. Otherwise, too fucking hot, baby. Was it difficult experience to go through, if you do not mind me asking? Yeah. Yeah, it was extremely difficult. Shit was not easy. Not easy, baby. Anyone? Yeah, it's not easy. It's hard. Well, bleeding is always such a treat. Thank you, cleanup guys. Have a nice sleep. Appreciate you coming by. Spent a year sick in the hospital, seeing what it's like to go through difficult experiences. Obviously not the same. Yeah, no, that shit sucks, dude. I mean, it wasn't... I spent a lot of time in the hospital recently, and not as bad as, like, a year sick. I mean, I don't know what years entailed, but for me, I had a recent, like, sickness that was the worst experience of my life. Like, honestly, it was, I had major stomach issues where I was throwing up, like, for days straight. Like, I would not stop throwing up. My stomach was so upset for, I mean, just constant. I couldn't sleep. There was a point I didn't sleep for like 5 days. Like, my only option every time was to go to the hospital. And they would just, you know, give me meds, and then I'd go home and it would start again. And like, it was absolutely insane. Did you smoke weed at the time? You know what? It was when I was smoking weed, and we thought it was that. It was like, my doctor started thinking it was that. It was like, some weird, something weed syndrome. I don't know. There's a name for it. But even when I stopped smoking weed, like, it still was happening. It was for like months where I was just absolutely fucking miserable. I went to the emergency room like 10 times over that period, and it was just like the worst hell of my life, honestly. That shit was. I was just so miserable. Couldn't move. Couldn't even talk. I would get so bad where I literally just couldn't even speak. And I would try smoking, and it sometimes helped. 3 bowel resections from these pill days, 3-hour infusion every 8 weeks, etc. Jesus. 3-hour infusion. Hyperemesis. You have to vomit continuously every second for hours and hours on end. Yeah. Like the signal to vomit on repeat. Yes. And it was like that, yes. And thought it was maybe that, but I tested positive for I'm forgetting what it was, but it was some kind of semi uncommon stomach thing that a lot of people have, but it's usually not a big deal. But in some people it turns into a really big deal, and I think it was that because no, not Crohn's, because it was curable. They cured it, and they gave me antibiotics for 2 weeks, and after that I've had 0 issues. It cured me. Like, not IBS. It's none of those. This is a stomach bug that like a large percentage of the population has, but for most people it doesn't progress into anything serious, but in some people it turns into something really serious. I'm trying to think of the name. It's particularly common in like children and people in third world countries. It's less common like here in the United States, and because a lot of it has to do with like bad water and things like that. But yeah, I had it. I tested positive for it, and since they gave me the antibiotics for it, it all stopped. So I thought it was weed. It's not worms, no. Oh my god, no. Fucking worms are gross. Oh my god, don't even say that. Dude, I've got... what is it? It's gonna bug me. I have it like somewhere. I've sent texts. I swear, who did I send text to saying what it was? Who did I? Let's see. Oh, there it is. I found it. H. pylori. H. pylori. That's it. Oh my gosh. Lavitas, dude. Holy shit. Name where you choose. Where would you like the name? Respectfully, Anne, you are so gorgeously hot. Well, thank you. You have a tapeworm? Oh my god. What? Which doesn't affect you? Get rid of that. What the fuck? Dude. You take pills. Get rid of that. Oh my god, that's disgusting. I mean, not sure if they help with that. I think we Googled it and find it. I got it. It's Helicobacter pylori. Yes. You never got it diagnosed. I just found an article about hypermesis, smoking weed in a magazine I was reading. Everything fit, so I assumed. Me too. That is what I thought too, Bingus. Because I had the same thing happen to me like 10 years ago. And I was smoking weed at the time, and I thought it was the weed. And then this happened again, and I happened to be smoking weed again, and I thought it was that. I was like, okay, it's gotta be that. Lavettas, I appreciate you so much. Thank you. I've got your name here. It doesn't show up very well. I need better markers. I don't know what happened. Better. But, alright, so I thought it was the hypermesis too, but it turns out I think it was the H. pylori, because since that's been cured, I haven't had those feelings at all. So you might want to look into that. Because for me, it came back later. I thought it was done, and then it came back later in my life, because a lot of it can be triggered by like stress and things like that. So it can go into like hibernation basically, and then come out again if you don't get it taken care of. But it's a really easy test at your doctor to do. They just have you blow into a bag to test for it, and then if you do have it, they just give you an antibiotic and it's gone. You feel like it'd be an odd reaction for weed to have? It is. No, it does though. It's for some people, it's a rare reaction, but it happens. Where it's like essentially like an allergy, you know? Where it just has the opposite effects. But no, I totally know what you mean, Bingus. Like, I went through that, and it was terrible. It was like the worst fucking period of my life, and every moment I was terrified. Every moment that I felt good, I appreciated it. I was like, oh my god, thank god I'm not in pain. But I was also just terrified that anything could set it off, and I was just gonna go back into that because it was like the worst pain of my life. There's nothing like just throwing up for hours and hours and hours and hours to make you like hate life and appreciate when you're not doing it. It was so fucking terrible. I was literally just like crying. I mean, I was just like throwing up and crying because I was just in misery. Never been so miserable. it just went away for you too. It's been a few years for the first time you thought it's because of stress. After a bad breakup, you're not too worried about it anymore. Me too. I had the same thing happen. I was like in a very stressful period with the breakup, and like I had that happen, and then it got better and I stopped worrying about it for years, and then it came back. But now I think I really did get rid of it because my doctor did. I mean, I think it was H. pylori. I read a lot on that, and it can have similar effects. I don't know. Could have even been a combination of the two. You know, maybe it was like the hyperemesis, maybe it triggered the H. pylori. I mean, who knows? But I feel like now I'm good. How old are you when you started transitioned? Late. Not till like late 20s. Not till I actually started the meds and stuff, you know. That actually came out much sooner, but as far as the actual medical part, you've been there, had kidney stones and that pain as well. So because you were scared the pain would come back. Yeah. Kidney stones I've heard are like terribly painful. But at least those pass and they're over, right? And you know they're over. The really terrible thing about this was the fact that like you felt like it could come back at any moment. What do you need, hon?
My contacts solution.
I see. Well, okay. Go for it. Okay, don't go for it then. Just hurry up and do it.
Don't mind.
There you go. Good job. You did it. It's not there. I mean, it's on a towel. It's shut the door and I'll get it. There we go. We got it. I feel like it, there. How about there? Is that good? Sure. You used to take hot showers until you literally scald yourself. That does work, but eventually it stopped and you had to switch to cold water. Dude, I would do the same thing. I would do hot baths in here. Actually, that was the first thing that like actually worked for me when I was doing it, and like it didn't work that great, but it worked enough that it could like stop me sometimes. It's just, yeah. I would get in here and like really hot water with my stomach under, and it would help to some extent, but like it was ultimately limited. Can only do so much, but it did help. It's terrifying. You never want to experience that pain again. For the longest time, you'd only eat organic. You're so paranoid. Yeah. Yeah, I tried everything imaginable, you know, like I did everything like you could do. I was just in excruciating agony. I tried it all, I did stretches. You know, I tried yoga, like hot teas, like ginger, like walks, massages. I mean, whatever could come up with at the time. Labetta's with the sub. Thank you. Appreciated. Very appreciated. Oh, baby. It's just so crazy. It's crazy how many things about it are the same too. You tried painkillers and weed and mostly suppressed to the point you could sleep, but never got both at the same time. Oh yeah, no, I mean, like, I tried all my painkillers and stuff too. It was so hard to keep them stuff down though too. I remember one time I had like my girlfriend shoved something up my butt. Like, I was like, because I couldn't keep anything down. I was just miserable. I was like, I've got some Vicodin from Hugo. Just shove it, please. So I could like barely even function. Couldn't even do anything myself. In so much agony, and like it was even a struggle just to ask to do that. Like, 'cause I couldn't even talk. Just the misery was so much. Even that seemed like a fucking chore. But yeah, I took like all the meds I could, and I would just keep smoking weed. But I do think the weed started making it worse. I don't know. The weed was weirdly, because you know what actually stopped it the first time was they pumped my stomach. They pumped my stomach. Finally, they kept me overnight at the hospital, pumped my stomach, and there was like all this black bile in it and stuff. But apparently now, because I asked them this time, because this happened just a few months ago, and I asked them to pump my stomach, and they're like, we don't do that anymore. You know, and so I didn't have that option, and because that wasn't an option, like, I went through months of hell, basically, because that solved it last time, but this time, I don't know. Snorted everything because you can hold it down. Snorting it is one way to go to, but oh my gosh. Labetta's with more subs. Are you for real right now, dude? Oh my gosh. Baby. I appreciate that. Oh my gosh. Thank you guys. Thank you, Labetta's. Oh my god, Killer Queen. How have you not gotten one? How? You didn't get one, sad. He's gifted so many, thank you. I know. How did that happen? Crazy. Nice leg. Why, thank you. You remember hitting empty and then half an hour later bile would come up? Oh yeah. Oh my god, yes. For some reason, like, I mean, what I was doing is I was like shoving my finger down my throat. I'd have to. Even though nothing would come out. I don't even know why, but like, it's because it would give me like, seriously, like 5 seconds of reprieve. It was like I was doing it for those 5 seconds of feeling slightly better. And then, yeah, eventually bile would come up and I would feel better for like 10 seconds. And I would be doing it for like that, just to get those like 10 fucking seconds of reprieve from absolute hell. No one understood why. You think the hospital thought I was doing it to get drugs? Dude, they did for me too. I made a huge mistake. Like the first time I went in the hospital, I was like, they gave me morphine, and I came in the second time, I was like, I need morphine. Basically, like, and you know, I need that. And then they wouldn't give it to me. This was like a while ago, but this time I didn't do that. But they have rules apparently where they like can't give you, I don't know. Oh my gosh, Labetus. Thank you again, Labetus. They have rules though where they like can't give me the same meds within a certain time period, and so like I had to get different ones, and like, oh my god, it was hell because most of them didn't fucking work. And so I would go in there and then they'd give me a bunch that made me feel fucking worse, basically. And or like they'd make me feel better kind of, but not like, oh, it's hard to explain, but like worse in a different way, where they gave me like anxiety and I don't know. They were not as good as morphine. That's for sure. Morphine was the only shit that actually like fucking did it. But yeah, no, it was doctors, I swear, they did not believe me. A lot of them didn't, and they thought I was just like, they did not understand the pain and misery that I was in. They thought I was just, you know, being a fucking drama queen or something, you know, and I was like, dude, you don't understand. Don't understand the kind of fucking hell that I'm in. Never have I experienced anything like that, you know? I mean, I've had bottom surgery, which is supposed to be like one of the worst surgeries and recoveries that exist, you know, for that, and that was nothing compared to this, you know? As far as like just pain and general misery go, nothing compared. Oh my gosh. Eat Sleep Code with the gift to Killer Queer. You're literally tingling right now. This is exactly what happened. You down to the T. It's crazy because I've never known anyone that it happened to too. Anyone who I mentioned it to is just like, you don't even understand what it was like. It was hell. And nothing has compared, and no one gets it. Fucking terrible. Labetas, thank you again. And Eat Sleep Code. Did I have OnlyFans? Yes. Didn't give you anything after the first time, so you stopped going. Exactly the same when you go out of the stomach camera, I forget the name, colonoscopy. First thing the doctor asks you is if you were just doing it to get painkillers. That was the last time you went. Yep. No one gets it. Ugh. You made such an ass out of yourself at your friend's house because you got sick and couldn't drive. You just laid on his couch vomiting all day. They were great. They tolerated, but holy shit, what a mess. I know. Dude, do you know what happened? What happened to me this time? It was terrible. I was on like a third or fourth date with someone. Like, just was getting to know them. And this happened, and I was sleeping over, and it happened at like 1 a.m. or something. We were going to bed, and like, she had to get up early in the morning, and I was up. I was up the entire night, like throwing up and everything, you know, like pacing. I could not sleep, and this was like a person I'm just starting dating and really liked and everything. And then it got to like noon the next day. I mean, like I was still like this noon or 1, and she was like, "All right, I think you have to go to the hospital," because I was still not ready to get to the hospital. I was like, ugh. Oh my God. Yeah, I guess. And so I let her take me to the hospital as the 4th date. So yeah. It was nice actually to have someone there, because I was not gonna go to the hospital, and having someone to talk for me and everything was like really nice because I couldn't do anything. But yeah, clearly it worked out because I'm still dating her. Maybe that's what sealed the deal, you know? We just bought a house together. Impressive. Yeah. Must have been baffling for her. You can ask her what she thought of it. She's right there in chat. I don't know what she actually thought of it all. I mean, I kind of assumed everyone just thinks I'm like a pussy, basically. You know, that I'm like just a drama queen and like playing up the pain or whatever, you know, just can't handle any discomfort. But I don't know what people actually think. That's just my assumption. Because I mean, like, when I'm that way, I seem fucking pathetic as hell because I can't even talk, and it just seems, you know, it seems really pathetic. So I assume that's what people think. Did it stop soon after that, or do you still have it during the relationship as time went on? Oh yeah, no. That was the start of it. That was the first time it happened. The recent one. First time. So she was there through it all. The first, 2 months of our relationship was essentially me being fucked up. I mean, I'd get a few days break, but then it would come back every time. Everything would be good, and we'd have a few days, and I'd almost think I'm in the clear, but then as soon as I thought I was in the clear is when it would come right back. I have no idea what she actually thought about all that stuff, though. Hi there, Russell Adler. Let me grab. You know what? I need to. I don't even know what I need. You've never asked her. Well, I was throwing it up there for her to say right now, She wanted to say what she thought of it all. Because I remember when it happened with Britt. I remember her thinking basically that I was just like being weak, kind of, your first time was in an Applebee's. You thought it was the beer I was drinking. You had no idea what was happening. I thought I was dying or poisoned. Exactly. It's a really hard part because you have to live in the shadow of it. It's like that French torture of not telling death row inmates when they'd be executed. Any day could be the day. That's the real fear. Can't believe that. It's just so crazy. Yeah, no, it was exactly like that. This is crazy. Thankfully, both the times it happened to me first, I was at home. Yeah, no, I think at least I was at home. And they were like late night. Thank goodness. There were times when it happened when I was out though, and that was terrible. She said it was challenging. I mean, it was challenging for me. But that still doesn't say what you actually thought of it all as it was happening. Because I have no idea what people think when it's happening to someone. Because I don't know. It just seems so ridiculous that I feel like his doctors don't believe you. Like, I don't know. I feel like people just think you're dramatic, can't handle things. My favorite memory is being in and out of sleep and rubbing your back. Yeah, that's your favorite memory? Wow. Wow. Interesting. You feel vindicated, to be honest? Me too. I've never known anyone who actually had anything similar, and it's nice to hear that I'm not the only one who went through this hell that no one really believed, I guess. They all just thought it was, I don't know. It's nice to hear that all the doctors were just shitty and you're not just a weird freak. Yeah. They were. I mean, part of it was her too. See, my first time I had more issues, I feel like. But this time, with Hales with me, she was very fierce. And the fact that she was with me and I wasn't alone gave me a lot more, like, credibility, right? The fact that I had someone with me who was like fiercely defending it and my sickness and everything, you know? I think it helps them take it more seriously than they would have otherwise, because I definitely noticed a difference if I was with her, if I wasn't. Is it panic anxiety we're talking about? No. This was a weird sickness that we both had that was like the most insane pain of our lives. constant vomiting for hours and hours, days, really. There was one point that I did not sleep for over 5 days. I was just vomiting and sick for 5 days straight, and I couldn't sleep. I would lay there, but I could never fall asleep because I could never be more than like 3 to 5 minutes at most away from a toilet. Like, it was hell. So I couldn't sleep. I was so tired. But you can't sleep when you're literally constantly vomiting and just, it's insane pain in your stomach. Like, I just wanted to kill myself for it to be over. Like, that was all I could think of. It was terrible. What's interesting is how much I cared for him. You're not a caregiver. I never thought you were being a baby about it. I always trusted the pain you're expressing and how ouch it would be. Well, that's nice. Seeing it firsthand helps too, I think. Who would believe you're faking for attention when you force yourself to vomit for that long, that often? Yours were always 12 to 16 hours, luckily, so you had it easier in that regard. Damn. Yeah, no, mine would literally not, there was nothing I could do to stop them until I went to the ER. And there were times where I went to the ER, if they didn't give me the right meds, it wouldn't stop. Like, it would get like a brief pause. I mean, I gave it like pain levels. I would get down to like a 2 or a 3, but it wouldn't go completely. And then if it didn't go down to like a 0 or a 1 or however you want to say it, then it would always come back within, a matter of hours. And so, yeah, there were periods there where it was just never ending. It felt like excruciating. You feel a little tougher though. I bet. I do. I'm like, shit, dude. If I made it through that, I think I can make it through just about anything, because honestly, stomach pain, I think, is the worst out of everything. I think it goes stomach pain, then like headaches and head pain, and then everything else is like distant behind that, like those are the worst. Stomach is the fucking worst. Because it makes you need to throw up, and like it's just blah. It's terrible. I'd rather be in pain anywhere else. I mean, all those, they felt like nothing. Like, I've broken a lot of bones. I broke my collarbone when I was a kid. I've broken a leg, broken shoulder, several fingers. I don't know, I've broken just about an ankle, just about everything you break. And those are like nothing. Absolutely, they're just nothing compared to like actual true real stomach pain. I don't know what other pains you can even compare. I mean, like, I had serious fucking surgery, one of the most supposedly like painful and difficult surgeries being bottom surgery, and that is nothing compared to the stomach shit I went through. Doesn't even compare. it doesn't. Stomach is worse. Should Hales go to sleep? Should you? Should Hales go to sleep? I don't know. No. Hales should get a bathing suit and come hang out for a bit. That's what pretty little Hales should do. Since she's being so cute. Bone heals, but it's never the same. I don't know about that. I think as long as it's set right, it's okay. One of my fingers, this finger is kind of messed up, and that's because I didn't use a splint when I broke it. There's other pains I wouldn't take, but it's easy to say that when it's been so long. Yeah, it's more fresh for me. And all I know is every pain that I've ever experienced at all, I would take a million times over before taking the stomach one again. I would not wish the stomach one like upon my worst enemy, you know? I would not, no one deserves that. It's more torture than I could ever think of for anyone, for anything, honestly. The only thing that maybe could be worse, at least for me, because I feel like I can feel claustrophobia and stuff, would be like waterboarding or something where I feel like I can't breathe, I guess, where I'm like panicked and restrained and stuff, but that's like a different kind of torture, that kind of stuff. I have claustrophobia and those things, so that might be worse, but even then, I don't know. How long ago did mine end? Like 3 to 4 months ago. So it's still pretty fresh. You're always a lot more resistant to physical pain. It seemed it never bothered me much even when I got her, but then vomiting thing was a nightmare. Did you say 3 or 4 months ago? Yeah, it was 3 or 4 months ago. And yeah, no, I agree. Bingus, like literally, I broke my collarbone in 2nd grade, which is supposed to be one of the most painful bones to break. I broke my right collarbone waiting for the bus before school. And I went to school with the broken collarbone, and I went through the day, and it wasn't until like I couldn't I literally couldn't lift the chair at lunch to like put it on the desk or whatever, and I was really supposed to put our chairs on there, and I couldn't lift it, that my teacher finally sent me home. Because I was not complaining or anything. And yeah, then they went. I had a shattered right collarbone. I ended up having to wear a back brace for like 9 months from the collarbone. And even then, I didn't even complain. You know, I was like, whatever. I don't care. Hey, no big deal. But this stomach shit, it was another level. Like, it was another fucking level where even I was forced to break down. It's hard to concentrate on anything with stomach pain because it's a central spot. It is. I don't know. I mean, something about it. But it's just hell. Can't think of anything else. Can't, like, escape it. There's no way to get away with stomach pain. Like, I feel like you can with other pains. You can kind of push them away, focus on other things, but there's no way with stomach pain. Go fuck yourself, Krista. How about that? How about you do a 360 right onto, you know, the thumb straight up your ass? Maybe that. Would that work? I banned him forever. Ha! Poll is up. Oh wait, the poll is up. Is it up for health? I think she should come in here. That's what I think. She come in with the little bikini. Oh, yeah. Midwest kids are crazy. I think maybe they're bred for pain tolerance. The worst thing I ever was just a broken leg. So crazy. You're listening to Twitch in the background, playing some dinky games when you heard you start talking about this, and all because Labetis gifted me a sub. Someone gifts me, I usually just stay in the stream the rest of the night. What a random chance. Wait, how did you get in my stream? For the first part, playing Path of Exile. Random. It's random. What am I playing today? Playing. What do we got on the poll? Shadale's go to bed. Chad says no. They do say no. Oh, damn. No one said yes. No one said yes. No one said yes.
You didn't say yes.
I said no. I said no.
I can't believe that you were able to do that.
You did it.
What are you doing?
Where's your top?
I'm not wearing a top.
Why?
I have some bottoms on.
But why wouldn't you put a bikini top on?
Because I'm just saying goodnight.
That's not.
Guess.
You have to get in the tub though.
I am in the tub.
Does that count?
It counts.
Does that count? I don't know if that counts. I don't know if that counts. Oh yeah. Good night.
Harder.
Good night, pal. Alright.
Oh no, I'm gonna do it again.
No. Oh no. Alright. Are the other chat messages on the screen from TikTok or something? I mean, you can see all the places I'm streaming in the bottom right. They're from one of those places. Originally, you found the channel searching trans as your friend is trans, so you're maintaining the bridge. You popped in from time to time, but then I was watching, I don't know, I saw a notification pop up that I was gifted a sub, so you switched over. Nice. Labetis coming through. That was really nice and random of him to gift all those subs. I rarely have people do that, but it's really, it helped make my day, you know? It's been a rough weekend. It was nice today of him to do that. Very nice. Appreciated. This week has sucked. I've been in I'm in a fight with my roommate / best friend. It sucks. And I saw him today and it was super awkward. And I didn't say a word to him. He didn't say a word to me. And I feel stubborn. I don't know. It's hard for me to cave and bridge that gap, but I'll have to be the one to, and I don't want to. I don't know what to do. What am I gonna do about it? I mean, I kind of have no choice. I kind of have to do it. I don't want to, though. I don't want to. Hales told me I have to, though, because he's the one remodeling our house, And she said he's not going to work on it until I apologize, is what it sounds like. And that's what she thinks anyways. I mean, he hasn't said that, but it's probably true. And I don't like the fact that I feel like I have to for those reasons, because it's like the wrong reason in a way. Like, I really don't like compromising my principles, you know? And I don't want to apologize because I need to for that, you know? What did I do? Okay, fine. I'll tell this story. I haven't told it on stream. I haven't wanted to because I don't know. Because maybe I am the asshole. Maybe I am the asshole, you know? Alright. So here's what happens. His name's Igor, and he's living with us. And in exchange for rent, he's remodeling. He's helping us to remodel our place where we live, so he doesn't have to pay anything. And he's our close friend. So ever since we've been working on the remodel for about a month now. And ever since the start, there's like one thing I've wanted done, which is the refrigerator hooked up. The water line hooked up to the refrigerator. And he has refused to do it, basically. He's done other things, even though I've expressed, like, this is something that really needs to be done, because until the refrigerator water line's hooked up, we can't turn on the sink water, which is important because we can't wash dishes, we can't do anything. So to me, this is like a big deal. We don't have water because it just sprays out otherwise. Like, so I was like, all right, this is a priority for me. It needs to be done. Well, it needed parts to be able to be hooked up, because what it had couldn't hook up. So, and I mean, like, I didn't know what it needed or whatever. But for me, I was like, this is a priority. It's been a month, okay, of a house, and I've asked for it. And then we go to Home Depot, and I get the stuff. I take pictures of it. I research online, and then I ask someone at Home Depot. I do all these things. I get all the parts that are needed to do this. Okay? And as soon as we get home from home, and he does not help at all. He doesn't want to, yes, like it, he acts like it's like a hindrance, like an annoyance that I was trying to do this. We're going to Home Depot to get house parts or whatever, but I'm like, whatever, this is the one thing I wanted to do. I'm doing it, you know. Get back, I hook it up and like start putting in the parts, and immediately as I'm doing it, like, he takes over, and now he's doing it or whatever, and he's like, okay, this is blah blah blah, and then he starts ordering me around. He's like, go get me this wrench, go get me go get me this tool, go get me this. And then he's like, oh, we need to put this plumber's tape on here, the threaded stuff. It goes on the threads like this. And he's like mansplaining it all to me. And I'm like, whatever. He's doing it. And then turn on the water again. And there's like a little bit leaking from it. They're old pipes. They're old copper pipes or whatever. And he starts freaking out about it. He's like, yeah, this is all, we gotta turn it off. We can't use any of this, blah, blah, blah. I've seen this before. And I'm like, whatever, I guess. And I start looking at all the pipes underneath the sink, because I'm trying to figure out what's going on, and I'm trying to figure out where any of the leaks are going on, and like what needs to be done, I guess, to solve this leak that's there out of the water line of the refrigerator, and I'm like looking online and looking under there and trying to figure out what's going on. And he starts freaking out, and he's like, don't touch anything under there. You can't mess with those. I've seen you're gonna mess up the pipes and do all this stuff. And I'm like, dude, it's fine. I'm okay. Like, you don't need to worry. I'm not an idiot. Like, it's okay. And he's like, no, you can't. I'm like, dude, Igor, back the fuck off, okay? I'm good. Don't do this. And so he leaves in a tiff, and he goes outside where Haley is, my girlfriend and partner, and he goes and gets her. And she comes in. And she's like, comes to me as I'm looking at the pipes under there, and she's like, so, what are you doing? And I'm like, okay, I know exactly what's going on here. I'm like, Igor was a little bitch and is a little tattletale bitch. I think that's what I said. And he's sending you in to come deal with me. And I didn't realize this, but Igor had come in and he was eavesdropping on the conversation too. And because I said this thinking he was not there, I was like, yeah, I get it. I mean, I was just trying to sum up the situation so we could skip the fucking, whatever, the beating around the bush, So saying, yeah, Igor is a little tattletale bitch, and he's coming in and he's trying to, send you in after me. And so he heard that, though, and he was like freaking out. He was like, you want me to leave? I'll fucking leave, or whatever, like, you don't want my help? Fine. You don't want to listen to what I have to say? I'm gone. I won't help you or whatever anymore. I'm like, you know what? I'll leave. Like, it's like, fuck it, I'm gone. And so I left, and I left the two of them there. And I don't really want to fucking apologize. Like, I don't feel like I was that wrong. I shouldn't have called him a little bitch, but I didn't know he was listening. I was upset that this was happening, and I was just trying to sum up the situation. But still, I don't know. Maybe I'm the asshole, but I'm stubborn, I guess, because I don't feel like don't really feel like I'm that in the wrong here, where I'm the only one, where I have to be the one to bridge it and like apologize and everything. It doesn't seem that bad. He's really upset about it. Yeah, I think so. I mean, okay, so I was over there today. We had a plumber coming over for quotes, and it was so awkward. He was there. I didn't know he was going to be there. I thought it was going to be a class, and I was there, and yeah. We didn't say a word to each other, and he was just sitting there on his, like, on the floor the entire time. It was really awkward. So yeah, not a good day. And yeah, it seems like he's upset, and Hale seems to think that I needed to be the one to apologize, and that he's waiting for me to apologize to work on the house anymore or anything. And it's annoying. I don't feel like I'm in the wrong here. Like, he's the one with the weird anxiety over the plumbing, and like, it's not, he doesn't own the house. I own the fucking house. Like, you know, this is my house. And I'm like, you know, it's like, if I want to fucking flood the goddamn house, that's my, you know, prerogative. Like, this isn't your fucking house, you know? I own it. Like, this isn't your responsibility. What I do with my own pipes in my own fucking house, you know? Like, I'm not an idiot. It's not that complicated under the sink, you know? I had the water turned off. Like, I'm just looking at them. It's not fucking rocket science under there, you know? Like, it's not fucking rocket science. Like, I'm not gonna flood the house. Like, you don't need to worry about that shit. It's not my fault that he feels that way. I don't feel guilty, but you need to apologize. Yeah, I mean, that's basically what it comes down to. I don't feel guilty. I don't. Like, I mean, but I need to apologize, and that makes me feel guilty in a way. Like, it's like apologizing for the wrong reasons, and I dislike that. It offends my principles as a person, you know, and so it's hard for me. But it's more worth it to just have him as a friend, because he's a good friend, and I'd rather, it's more stress than it's worth to be fighting with him, you know? I don't like that, and so on that hand, it's probably better to just apologize and put it past, but it's just, you know, don't do it. Talk it out. Will you be my prom date? Nice. Can I help you? Labettas, you're back. Thank you. All your support has been great for you. Appreciated. Labettas. You just apologize for the part I was wrong about. For most people, that's good enough. It's hard to apologize. Oh my gosh. Labettas. I'm done. I do need to get a different bikini on. You should just apologize, rip the band-aid off. It sounds like you're talking yourself into doing it anyway, so you might as well. I feel like I have no choice, so yeah. No, I should just do it. You're right. I should just do it. Just do it. My title does say ask me anything. Oh yeah. Let me switch bikinis, but yeah, you're right. That's why I'm thinking about apologizing. I just don't want to. But I should. For simplicity's sake, I'm frustrated that I need to. I'm frustrated too that everyone thinks I'm in the wrong for this, that it's wrong to like call someone you're close to a little bitch and stuff. And it's like, I mean, it is, right? I shouldn't call him a little bitch, but fuck, I didn't know he was there. It wasn't intentional. Which I don't know if that even makes it better. I wasn't saying it to his face, but like, I don't know. I was frustrated. I don't know. You're not in the wrong. You should have just hooked up the plumbing. Takes like 5 minutes. But it sounds like you won't apologize, so. I mean, yeah, you should have done it a long time ago. Because here's the other thing, too. He said he was going to do the plumbing for our place. We have to do plumbing for our bathroom. It's basic plumbing. Like, our fixtures are just moving a couple feet. Pipes just need moved a little. And this whole time, he said he's going to be doing it. And the day it came down, this was the same day that we were going to do all the plumbing for the bathroom. We were going to tear all the bathroom stuff out and redo the plumbing, redo the floors, redo everything. It was like our weekend was planned out. That was going to be our weekend. We were going to redo everything in the bathroom. And he said, you know what, I'm not going to do the plumbing and you need to hire a plumber. And it's like, well, you should have fucking told us this a month ago, because we could have set this up and had quotes and hired a plumber and done all these things instead of telling us literally the day before that of like our entire plan for the weekend of doing this and doing all the plumbing and stuff, that you aren't going to do it actually. And so we need to hire someone. And so, yeah. So we have to do that now. And so could have set it up a long time ago, but now we're with like no time left and we're scrambling to find fucking Palmer. And I want to just do the plumbing. I'm like, it's not, dude, I know a bit about plumbing. I can do this, I think. I'll read some shit, make sure I'm right on everything. But now, because of Igor, basically, and his paranoia, now Hales doesn't trust me to do it either because of his fucking anxiety and paranoia, even though I'm confident that I could do it. Whatever. I need to apologize. My problem. And I will. He probably felt a little slapped in the face, I'm guessing. He did. I mean, he thought I was saying that to him, knowing he was there. But I didn't. And I get that. He's it's not cool to call him a little bitch, you know? A tattletale little bitch. Like, he's a guy and he's very sensitive about that stuff, and me doing that when he's doing all the work on our house and stuff is not cool, even if it was unintentional. And that's what I'm trying to focus on, and why I am willing to apologize at all. But like, yeah, that's what I'm trying to focus on, even if I'm not really in the wrong. And like the grand scheme of things, that one incident taken out of context, you could say that I'm in the wrong, I feel like, at the very least. So I can focus on that. That's something that's better to say to someone's face, has more impact behind than directly. I mean, I agree. It was not an ideal situation. I did not know that he was listening. Like, I would never say that if I knew that he was listening. The only reason I was saying that was like to cut the chase with Hales. Like, it wasn't even intended towards him at all. It was just to say, like, I know what's going on here. Igor's being a bitch and he sent you to me. We don't need to play this game of you asking me, oh, hey, what you doing there, you know? I was like, okay, I see what's going on here. He sent, you know, I was just trying to cut through the bullshit. It was not like, you know, it all went wrong because of that. I didn't know he was listening, and yeah, I was just trying to use language to get through barriers with Hales, not like cut at him. He's like, it's my work team up with him. I'm quite sure it will work. Not sure there. I should switch. I'm gonna switch bikinis real quick though. And I'll be RB. we go. There we go. I don't like this. Still. You're gonna go You're gonna sleep. It's super late for me. Thanks for telling us about the Igor saga. Help me work it out. Maybe you could send an apology note instead. You're right. I should do that. Fuck. Might be easier. Really glad to know there's someone else there with the weird sickness thing. Felt like I was the only person in the world who could understand it. It's hard to explain how vindicating that is. Me too. I've never heard of anyone else having issues until tonight. So thanks for that. And thank you. The new bikini. But yeah. Fuck. I should just write him. I should write him a letter. Because the thing is, too, we used to date. He and I used to date, and he's been on my stream several times, too, actually. He's a really fun, nice guy. And he broke up with me, too, and it really crushed me when he broke up with me. So there's a lot of history there. And when we broke up, we did write each other letters too. I'm a writer, and so is he. He's in the letter right. I'm into that too. I do that often. People write long letters, and we both did that. But yeah. It's yeah. Maybe I should write him a letter. I just feel like it's extra awkward because I was there today and I didn't say anything. I wish that hadn't happened because it would be easier to write a letter, but now I'm like, ugh, I was there and we both just looked at each other and didn't say a word. So now there's like extra pressure on the awkwardness, and so now it needs to be like as soon as possible. Yeah. I'm gonna write him a letter. I'll write a letter. Now you guys know the Igor saga. Igor saga. It's been bothering me all week. I've been upset about it. And I was upset with Haley too. I was upset that she took his side. That upset me. It's like, why are you coming in and on his side? You know? Why don't you believe me that what I'm doing is fine and I'm not hurting anything? Why are you worried about his anxiety instead of taking my side and telling him, hey, you know, she's doing is fine. She's not gonna destroy the house. Like, it's not fucking rocket science into there. She's got it. Instead, she's on his side, you know, and it just but I got past that. It's whatever. Not a fan of it. But I get it that she just didn't know, you know, what the situation was, and I can't blame her for that. She wasn't necessarily trying to take sides, just trying to find out more information. I just felt that way at the time. Attacked, basically. Because the two of them had been super buddy all day, too. Which had kind of been bothering me as well. Felt like my needs and desires didn't matter at all. I mean, I wish he would do the first step. I'd be very amenable and gladly work if he was willing to do the first step, but that's not gonna be the case. Feels like it always has to be me who does the first step, and I don't like it. It's gonna have to be me though. I'm stubborn, like, you know, I'm stubborn. I'm willing to wait. Like, with friends, I waited months, years, with fights without saying a word and waiting. Eventually, given enough time, I'll always bridge the gap. But like, if this wasn't a situation where he was living with us and where he was working on our place, I would not do it. But because it is, I guess I have to. I don't like it. I don't like that I have to. Because of other reasons. Because it feels like it compromises my integrity. And I don't like that. But it's gotta be done. It's gotta be done. It's gotta be done. So be it. I shall do it. I shall do it. Oh, baby. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, Igor. Way to be such a little bitch. Why you gotta be? Meow. Rip a Roni. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Here we go, guys. I love y'all. Thank you, guys. Everyone. Just chill tonight and come by. And I will tux. I'm gonna think about it before I make a move. Yeah. Thanks, everyone. And let me see who I've got for. Do I have anyone on? Ooh. We'll do Fatal Rain on here. And we'll do Finesse on here. Love you guys. I should be back tomorrow, hopefully, streaming. Better do a bunch of housework, but after that, I'll be on. See you guys then. And thanks, guys. I appreciate y'all. Everyone being here, showing support. Thanks, guys. Giving me a little better night. So I appreciate it. Good night, guys.